Hey, this is me wondering how's y'all day going? Look, this is a sugar bee apple. Um, I was on lunch and had a good lunch. It is feeling. I told my husband, I said I'm still hungry, and I said but I know what it is. He said what? I said I want something sweet. I said I have not been over to the bakery area of my store since we started hashtag natural sugar. And baby, I'ma tell you, those oatmeal raisin cookies are calling my name. Oh my gosh, yes, I didn't go over there. No, I did not go. This is my sweetness. hmm I ain't lying. But anyway, yeah, those actually them oatmeal raisin cookies been calling my name all week. They have. I haven't gone over there. I'm telling you the truth. I'm for real. Telling you the truth. I'm dead serious. But anyway, guys, I'm just out here in the backyard, um, enjoying the fresh air and nature while the sun's still up. Mm-hmm. It's 6:20 while the sun is still up. Looking around at the garden to see. Just, I'm not. I'm just relaxing. I'm not. My mind. I'm not even letting my mind work because I'm actually off work. I'm just I'm thankful that I can actually just see the daylight, get a chance to enjoy it. I think I'm going to spend a lot more time like this out here. hmm Um, Aside from gardening, hmm I'm gonna actually kind of start coming out here and just taking about 30 minutes at a time. And maybe doing some reading or even crocheting. hmm Or even trying to script out some content out here. Yeah, let the brain work in some a good positive environment. You got the birds chirping out here, flying the sun up. hmm you can hear the rustle and bustle of the city around you. But you know you're in a safe, quiet environment. That's what I like. Yeah. So I'm looking around because my little friend. Hopefully I hope I do. You know what? I pray I don't see them until. Hope I don't see them at all. But let it be May. I'm dead serious. Dead serious. I'm just trying to like not let my mind work overtime because I'm off work and I know um I got some planning to do when it comes to this garden. Don't know the layout or anything that I want to do. I don't. No, 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 no. I don't. Um, yeah. So, but no, I'm not gonna give into the sugar crave. So, I just, I'm dead serious. The cook has been calling me all week. Not just no any, not just all the cookies. One particular cookie, the oatmeal raisin, cause those are my favorite type of cookies. That's my favorite from the bakery. Yes. And I think Girl Scouts is done. I didn't buy any. No, 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 no. Um, on that one, shortbread is my favorite. And I eat caramel delights too, but nah. But I didn't order any because, like I said, I'm hashtag natural sugar. My sugar is honey. The sugar stuff the sugar that I use is honey. If it's not bananas or strawberries or blueberries or cranberries, something like that. hmm that's what I use, and that's what I'm sticking to. Actually, um, I got a couple of trips planned for the summer, um, and I am going to take some packs of honey with me. I've never bought the packs of honey. I do have some honey. What do you call them? I'm gonna say honey sticks. It's a wooden stick with like candy on the ends, but it's honey. So on one of my trips, I'm going to take those. But on the other trip, it's a little longer. I'm going to take some packs of honey. Um, yes, I'm not packing no Kool-Aid singles, no nothing. It's gonna be plain water. Um, and like if I have coffee, honey will be my sweetener, or I won't have anything at all. You know. So, but anyway, guys, like I said, it is such a lovely evening. I know y'all hear the birds. Yes, my babies have not come back. Um, like I said, Nosy came back the other night, but I was looking at her and she left. She flew and she left. But Stubborn has not been back home, so they'll be back in the fall. And like I said, I'm going to make a little home for them up there. I'm gonna have to make sure that they don't create a nest going around to the wires, because I don't need my home catching on fire. hmm Yes, sir. hmm Sometimes I've eaten a Honeycrisp apple, sugar beet apple, and get down to the seeds, and the seeds unrooted. I've planted them, but guess what? I've never gotten anything. Nope. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I am. Um. I'm going to go back to Tractor Supply and the bird on the fence, and I'm thinking about getting that gooseberry plant. I've never had them. Um. That's Yeah, I've never had it. I had never heard of it prior to last year. But this is my first time actually seeing it in the store. And this would be for Miss Georgia Peanut. Mm-hmm. The gooseberry plant. It'll be interesting to grow it and to see what they taste like. Um, and that's one thing I like about gardening. Um, we, how I want to say, you can grow what you want, as long as you eat it. If you're not gonna eat it, share it. But the grocery stores are limited as to the produce that they carry, and they are. And plus, we don't know what they're putting on our fruits and our vegetables. So, with all of the seeds that are at our disposal, we can grow these fruits and vegetables to expand our taste, our palate. We don't have to be limited to just the sweet potatoes in the store and things like that. Like I said, I'm gonna grow some purple sweet potatoes and the white sweet potatoes. Yes, um, because actually when my mom cooked it last year, she cooked it with some squash and zucchini, and that was very good. It was very, very good. And I remember the first time I tasted purple sweet potatoes, I didn't know what to expect, but I love sweet potatoes, and trust me, the purple sweet potato and the white sweet potato taste just like a sweet potato. So those are two things that I will definitely be growing this summer. But um, like I say, the grocery stores are just very limited. And like when we have the students here come from the West Coast, other countries, things like that. Especially when they come from the West Coast, they they we're in the Bible Belt, so we're soul food. The people who come here from the West Coast and maybe the Midwest, and I'm not gonna say the Midwest, but I know definitely the West Coast. They want fresher produce. They want a different variety. They want something different than what we have here, and I can completely understand that, and I can, and that's the way we should be, wanting to experiment with some new things, and A little red robin. If you if you grew it and you tasted it and you cooked it and you like it, you liked it. But if you didn't, you didn't. Hey, pass some seeds on. Ain't nothing wrong with that, you know. I can say the first year, I let me see, it wasn't here. Because the first year I started gardening, I did it in 5 gallon buckets, and I think I grew tomatoes. Um, Tomatoes was my first thing I started out. Tomatoes and cucumbers, and we did watermelon. So the tomatoes were, I mean, I couldn't get, and bell peppers, I couldn't get nothing to grow at all, at all. Not until we moved here, and the next year I still ran into obstacles when it came to tomatoes, and I did my homework. I mean, I read up on things dealing with tomatoes, the diseases and things like that, root rot, powdery mildew and all like that. And if I didn't see nobody on YouTube covering it, I researched it, and then I would Google it and still do my research, and I would experiment with some things. I didn't give up. I trust me, I did not give up, and I would always prep my soil like you do now. Like in when the growing season for the summer is over, we till our beds, we prep our beds for the spring, and we come back and we prep it again before we start planting. So um, when we moved here, I still did. I think that first year I did tomatoes, but what I did was I succession planted. I ran myself crazy. I'm gonna be honest. Don't do that. Don't. I mean, you not until you get a little bit of experience under your belt in gardening. Because trust me, if you mess around in your first year or even your second year and you start succession planning and you trying to hold down a full and you're holding down a full-time job, you're more than likely not gonna want to garden that third year. Trust me. I didn't give up the next year. I just decided that hey, I'm not going to. Well, when it comes to the determinate and indeterminate plants, I'll say that maybe after the plant got so big, I'll start um maybe like a month like a month later I'll start another tomato, another cucumber, things like that. But I mean the first year I was trying to succession plant every freaking thing, and I got frustrated. I really, really did. But I'm gonna tell you, if you're new to garden, don't do that. Try to find out what works best for you on your yard and in the spots and things like that. Like I say, there is a sun tracking app that you can download to your phone or your laptop. You just type in your address, your city, state, and zip, and it'll let you know where the sun is on your property, like at what time, what percentage, and all like that. And that's a good app to have, so that way you'll know what to plant where, what requires sun, what requires shade, things like that. Like I said, I have a small backyard, and um now some of my neighbors, if they were to cut down some of their trees, I would get way more sun. Because the only, of course, aside from the fruit tree we have here, that's it. I mean, but my neighbor next door, she has, let me see, one, two, maybe two or three trees that's kind of like tall and kind of like gives my yard shade. But I really want sun, you know, because I think one year I tried to do the Three Sisters garden, which is corn, peas, and squash. It did okay, but I know that the peas were struggling for that sun. The corn did okay. The corn did very well, really, until I'm gonna tell you, it was my first time doing the Three Sisters garden. Like I said, it's peas, corn, and squash. I think I won the squash. Um, it was my first time doing it. I always want to experience something new anyway. Um, it was Mother's Day weekend, and the wind got up so freaking high that it whipped my corn to death. I mean, my corn was like leaning over, and I tried my best to straighten it back up, and I pollinated it, and everything. But it did okay. But I know that had we not had that high windstorm, I would have done very well. But I have not done the three. I have not done the Three Sisters Garden anymore. I'm thinking about it this year. Um, I am. I'm thinking there's even a four. I'm thinking it's a four sister garden. I'm gonna have to look. I'm gonna have to Google it. I heard somebody mention it last year. I forgot what the fourth thing was, but I'm definitely gonna. I'm gonna try the Three Sisters Garden again, um, and I'll bring y'all along when I get this started. And by the way, my coworker, like I said, she gave her supervisor the bed. So, um, what I may end up doing with my niece is doing an in-ground bed. Their backyard is fenced in, so they're fine. So we'll probably end up doing a um, like I said, a raised bed, a long raised bed, but that's low to the ground. What I'm gonna do is go to Lowe's and get the edging. I'm thinking it's brick, but all you have to do is get your wood cut however long and wide you want it. And yeah, you go to your local supply hardware store, and you get your wood cut, whether you want it treated, untreated, it doesn't matter. And those you're gonna use one, I think four corners, however how you want your bed. You can do two on each, and like I said, it depends on how wide you want your bed, how long and how wide you want your bed, and you just put it's very then. Now look, I'm gonna be honest, that's probably like the easiest way to go. Now if you didn't want to that, you just till up the ground and get going. Now that's simple. That's simple. Yeah, but either way go, both of them are gonna have to be tilled. So, um, like I say, some of the starts that I'm getting started, um, I'm gonna share with her. That way I don't have to worry about trying to figure out where I'm gonna put everything. But yeah. So with her, um, the little red robin is so beautiful. Let me see if I can get it, y'all. Hold on. Oh, hold on. It's a red bird. Can y'all see it? Where it go to? I think it's moving up. And I lost it. Yeah. But anyway. But yeah. So we're gonna get started. And I may stick with I'm not one to stick with tradition as Good Friday. But I'm gonna ask her how she feels about it. Now what we'll probably do is go ahead and get her get the area prepped and primed and prepped. Mm-hmm. And then we'll decide. We already know what she wants to grow, so yeah, it's gonna be a wonderful time. I always have fun out there in the garden. Man, I'd be so ready to go. You be like, oh, and sometimes my mom and my sister, they be dragging, but I go already with my boots on, my hat, my overalls, and whatever other tools that I need that they don't have. I just make sure I bring them back home, cause I don't let nobody if I let you use it, I'm getting it back. I ain't gonna forget I loaned it to you. Yeah, but so I can't wait. I can't wait, y'all. We are almost at the end of March. Yes, we are. We are almost in a new month. Mhm. So, but anyway, guys, I don't see I don't see it anymore. But it was pretty. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. Look, you guys. I hope you all have a wonderful evening. Okay. And look, do you remember what I asked you to do yesterday? Did you pay somebody a compliment? I didn't forget. I did. I always do. put a smile on your face. And like I say, it doesn't cost you anything to smile. It doesn't cost you anything to just say something to somebody, because you never know how they may brighten someone's day. Your face could be the last face that they see for that day. We never know. You know what I'm saying? Before they go home, and and that'll put a little something in their spirit. I am so for real. Y'all just never know. But look, just remember that I love you. And like I say, I want to thank my subscribers for tuning in to my channel, listening to my my content. I want you all to like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I'm thinking it's really only three things: subscribe, like, share, and comment. Y'all, I see y'all. I get a couple of views here and there. Yeah, and I'm gonna be honest. I get a few views here and there on my content. Y'all, please, let me know. Hold on. Comment with me. Come talk back with me. I'm for real. I'll get back with you. I just want you to know. No, let me know your thoughts. Let me know your feedback on my content. For real. I want to know. You know, like I said, I'm a new YouTuber. I'm taking it step by step. So, but yeah, like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel, because I want to know if there's something I can improve on. I want you to tell me. I want you to be honest with me. For real. I just want you to look. I'm being my true, authentic self. I ain't no editing. One, because I don't know how to. I'm going to teach myself how. But I'm 100. I'm real with you all. For real. It's me. Just Wanda. That's it. So, until next time, guys, look. Y'all take it easy, okay? Goodbye.